Hey, y'all, this is Ron Dale Martin Jr., and I gotta tell you, man, this Radio Free Radio thing is quite awesome. And since I spent all my money on steering wheel covers and Marlboros, I need you guys to donate $1 over to Patreon. That site is patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. If you ain't heard about it, you need to get on over there and give your $1. On RadioFRadio.com.
Hey, it's Justin from Deprogram. Do you like to talk about your favorite bands with your friends? Yeah, well, me too. Tune in every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. to hear us do just that. Only on our station, Radio Free Radio, RadioFRadio.com.
Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't beat that.
It's #Wrestlepals.
Cold! Oh, is that what Braun's saying? Just cold.
Oh my God.
He's very chilly. Let's move. Let's wait till the mics are on and then start moving them around.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Oh my God, honey.
What are we? Yes!
It's hilarious already.
This is the show. Hey!
Hey!
Wait, hey.
Hmm?
Serious.
Yeah.
If I could be serious for a moment. It's #WrestlePals.
That's us. We are on the air.
It's #WrestlePal Justin. This is #WrestlePal Nate. And, hey. You know what? Fine. You know why? New tag champs, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
Keep my head on the thing. I'm sorry. If you're watching the video, I'm very sorry. Because, damn it, we're just cold.
It is cold out here, man.
So special circumstances and... Wait, hold on. I'll make it sound like we're doing a favor. We wanted to get this out as early as possible because the Rumble is fresh.
Yes.
Exciting and new. Or in the rest of the Love Boat theme. There's some issues with the regular time. It's all me. It's all my fault.
Oh, stop.
And so instead of noon on a Tuesday, it's the midnight on a Monday, you know?
Well, it's still Tuesday.
It is. 12 on a Tuesday. That's right. Instead of using logic and reason and assuming it would be noon the next day, we both messed it up.
Yeah.
Came in at midnight.
That's all
Here
right.
we are.
Or we just stayed.
Came in. You were stuck here forever. Sorry.
By the end of this program, I will have been out here for 6 hours.
Yes, you shouldn't do that.
I will be frozen, officially.
To be fair, it's probably going to be 5 1/4, all right?
Yeah.
Rumble happened. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, no.
All right, so before we dive in, you are listening to #WrestlePals.
Word
and thank you for sticking around. If you're listening and or watching live, we really, truly appreciate it. If you dig what's happening here at the station, you dig this show, head on over to patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. $1 a month helps us big time. And you know what? It's just a nice thing to do. Also, we have some double middle finger shirts. They are here. You can come to the studio clubhouse and buy one. You can hand us $20 and we will hand you a shirt. There's only a couple more that have already been ordered that need to go out, and so the rest are for you to purchase. So please do that, because we would like to not be in this studio clubhouse. We'd like to have a new one with heat. That would be great.
Yeah, man.
We are freezing for your enjoyment today.
Dude, I was going to add to the list of other things we'd like, but you know what? I'm going to go with just that.
Heat.
Retention.
Yes, heat retention and air conditioning. We have a heater between us that is hopefully going to give us a little bit of heat as we try to power through this program.
Oh my God.
It sucks because it is a super exciting time. We were hyping up the Rumble last week.
Yeah.
And we watched it last night, and it's exciting times. It's officially the road to WrestleMania. It seems, it seems cheap to say that because that's Road to WrestleMania, but like it's exciting. I'm excited to see where we're going.
Yeah, you know what? I almost hate to say it's the Road to WrestleMania because I feel like it's a big event in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the few events that really translates even to the casual fan.
DJ watched it.
Yeah, the Rumble in and of itself is an exciting thing.
Yeah,
WrestleMania people get together like it's the Super Bowl, but people get together for the it's a week away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who cares? Hey, that ain't real. It's a work.
Yeah, that's a work. Everybody knows that.
People get together like for an event, and I look at WrestleMania in a very similar fashion. Personally vested in the players maybe, but you watch it because it's the thing to do. Rumble, different. Rumble, exciting. No matter if you don't know any of them, you're just like, wow, who's that big bitch? Woo, that's crazy. And it's fun for the whole family.
So we missed the pre-show. All of us did.
We missed a little bit of it. We caught one of the 3 matches,
right?
Which is a shame because it looked like a lot of good stuff, a lot of story advancement in the pre-show. Pre-show is usually blow-off garbage, man.
I'm trying to figure out what happened because I swear we went in at like 6:15, 6:20.
Yeah, the pre-show was supposed to be like 6 to 7.
Yeah,
and we got in there 6:15, and then there was like a bunch of promo garbage, and then a match, and like, hey, where are the other 2 matches?
Yeah,
I swear at 6 o'clock they're like, come on, match. All right, here they come. Just do a bunch of BS because Justin and Nate and Matt are watching.
I don't know what happened because I'm glad the match we did end up seeing was Sasha and Nia Jax.
Yes.
So I'm glad we saw that.
I'm very glad I saw that. Yes.
You have a type, and I wanted to see.
It ain't Sasha.
I wanted to see the 6-woman tag.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of story that can come out of that.
Going back to it, there is a lot of story that came out of it.
So, and then of course the tag team championship match. Due finally being paid. Yeah.
To a couple of guys that should have got it a long, long time ago.
They just came in at a weird time.
Well, okay. Let's start. That would have been the first match of the evening, which honestly could have been on the card just as easily as it wasn't.
Right.
It was Gallows and Anderson Club versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championship. And man, like you said, Gallows and Anderson came in at such a weird time when it was like, hey, we're going to have the New Day be the longest rating tag team champs.
Yep.
And they got to face somebody. Sorry, Mr. Anderson. Sorry. Well, not Mr. Anderson. Sorry.
Mr.
No. Sorry, Carl. Sorry, Luke.
Poor guys.
Yeah, I know. Amazing characters and amazing dudes. It's just, I don't know if
nerds.
All right, look, there's a 10-minute video of Luke Gallows just saying nerds over and over and over again. And you know what? I link it, and every time I do, I watch it because it's owed that, and it makes me. It's funnier every single time he says it. It's amazing. And they were stuck being the foil to the New Day for the longest time,
for a good long time,
and then when it finally came up, I get that it would have been kind of weird to hand straight off to them. They go to Cesaro and Sheamus to advance them a little bit, and maybe we'll get another best of 7 out of Cesaro and Sheamus. But the Gallows and Anderson end up winning.
Yeah,
and they are the one-time Raw Tag Team Champions, and that's fantastic.
Yeah,
we haven't been able to peek at Raw tonight, though. I've pulled up some spoilers and some results and stuff, and. Because I wanted to see where the storylines were going after this,
right.
on the road to WrestleMania.
You did give me one spoiler, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the after.
Yes,
we got to get through the card first, just to talk about what's up.
Now, as we were watching the Rumble last night, both you and Matt, it seems like you're both looking for the results for the 6-woman tag, and. Well, I know Matt couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
He kept expecting, I guess maybe it's here between this match and this match.
I kept getting distracted by pictures of Nia Jax. Oh. She's very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
They dress her very badly.
They do.
Man.
Please, can we do something about, at least lose the hip things and the shoulder pad things? I know we've talked about this a lot.
90s Missy Elliott's looking at that going, I wore a garbage bag, and I think that's awful. Hey, let's make something very unflattering, make it skin tight, also accentuate where you don't want it. Hey, I have these tiny shoulder pads and these tiny... They literally put saddlebags where a lady's saddlebags would be, as if to accentuate, and she's just curvy and lovely and wonderful.
And she's an attractive lady.
Yes, and she's just very large compared to a tiny little women, and she has a sultry voice.
Mm-hmm.
But when she gets going in the ring, and the sultry voice turns into this, and it becomes very authoritative. Hey,
Hey.
And that's terrifying.
So, real quick, we'll move on to Nia and Sasha. Who won the
six-woman tag?
Yeah.
Six-woman tag. You think going into that, you've got Mickie James, Alexa Bliss, and Natalya on the heel side. You've got
Bad guys doing bad things.
Yeah, you've got whichever Bella's left. You got Nikki, Becky, and Naomi.
Yes.
On the
the
face side.
returning Naomi.
The returning Naomi, and this is where you get a little bit of the storyline advancement. You've got Natalya and Nikki are kind of pairing off, which is good for Natalya.
Yes.
Just attacking hardcore the, I guess, face of the division. She carried it for a long time. She's the grizzled old vet at, I don't know, 30 years of age. She's the grizzled old vet.
Good for her.
But it ends up being Naomi getting the pin on Alexa. So it looks like they're moving towards Naomi as a challenge. And
did you see SmackDown last week when Naomi returned?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That looks like that's where they're going, which is good.
It's great.
Good for Naomi finally getting a shot. I mean,
Also very lovely.
Yes.
I have a type. That's not usually my type, but you know what? I don't know. That's
What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
You don't like women who glow?
Yeah, confidence.
Oh,
That's where I struggle.
I thought that was a Matt thing.
Why do you feel good about yourself? Stop that. It's not appealing. Never mind.
But I love SmackDown because they're already that next step.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
They're
Like going into the Rumble, they planted the seed,
Yeah.
and then it's like Rumble. Let's advance it.
2 weeks to Elimination Chamber, man. It's real quick. I mean, they only have the two pay-per-view. I think there's only two pay-per-views between Rumble and Mania, and it's a 2 weeks to Elimination Chamber, and then not too long after that, you've got the
Life in the fast lane.
Road Face, yes, WWE Roadhead. It's just I didn't say that,
Dude.
What?
Come on, man.
That's what it's. A fast lane. I read that very, very wrong. I'm very sorry.
Life in the fast lane.
All right, Jesus. God. No, cut out your own embarrassing clips. Just Nathan's. That's fine. I get it. It's understandable, really. But but yeah, they've got, and the fascinating thing that SmackDown does with their women's division, everybody's got something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a place to go. Nikki isn't just going to sit around.
No.
Natalya, get in there and let's build a program. And they've built a program. It's almost as the necessity of, hey, man, y'all got to get yourselves in a story is making them do stories, and it's good.
Well, I like how, okay, so Nikki and Natalya started back at Survivor Series.
Right.
They planted the seed for that then, so they started telling it already.
Yeah.
And they're just now getting to, the real meat of it. They're going to have matches.
Ryan Ward, thank you.
And, with it looks like they're handing Becky off to Mickie, and
that's great.
You saw how they did it, though. She's working with Alexa, and now La Luchadora ends up being Mickie. Oh my gosh! There you go.
Also, her nipple fell out. Most of it.
Oh,
yeah. So I tried to find results, and
why is it that you find this stuff,
dude? Because that's the first thing that popped up. Probably not a good thing,
dude.
I went to search for the results. It's like, hey, what? Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. All right.
Just because we're doing the show at midnight.
What?
Now it's got to be all about nipples.
It isn't.
And Roadhead.
Who said that? That's disgusting.
Okay.
Awful. Whoever you're hanging out with is talking like that. They're a bad influence on you, Justin. You're a better person than that. So Naomi and Alexa paired off. And Mickey and Becky. Oh, Mickey and Becky's going to give you some great stuff. And the fact that it doesn't need the title.
Yeah.
And the title's elevating the match that needs to be.
And, it lends some more credence to Becky, who, she lost the title, but this isn't a step back because now she's stepping in the ring with a legend.
No, I mean, and if you looked at the three matches independent of belt, the probably I don't want to say weakest of the storylines is going to be the Naomi and Alexa thing. So they gave him the prop that elevates the storyline. It's right where it needs to be. The other two don't need it yet.
Right.
It's great. You got six women paired off, 3 distinct storylines, all well and good, and then Carmella's hanging with Elspeth.
Why do I love that? Like, I hate it.
I don't know.
I hate it, but I love it.
Awful.
Yes, but I love it.
It's great.
Please make it stop.
She's got little pictures of them. But strategically, none of them anywhere near any no bits. Not that I was looking. I wasn't really looking. It's just like, hey, there's his face. It's like only on like a kneecap and the side of a thigh or something. It's weird.
Oh man, like
Well done.
I really wish we
Subtle, maybe.
I really wish we had some time like to put some like video stuff together. Because number one, I just want to test that stuff. We can do that. That's gonna happen. Like video stuff's gonna start happening
Yeah,
for us.
little animated gifs up there.
Yeah, stuff
of the
like
nipple
that.
falling out. It's gonna be great.
Those things will happen, but like
It does. Nipples fall out.
the ramp into the ring,
Oh my god.
it's like a mile long, easily.
Oh my god. Okay, you want to discuss that one right quick
Sure.
before we get into the show proper? Also, Nia squashing Sasha.
Yeah.
Good use of Sasha, even. Yeah, if she's going to be out of the title picture, let's have her move up and down the card and be fine with it. Elevating Nia. Well done. Thank you. Alamo Dome is an elderly building.
Yeah.
And
What do you mean by that?
it's very old.
It's the Undertaker of buildings.
It's that's even older, dude. Somebody
It's Bob Backlund of
somebody
buildings.
should have dug a hole and took its put it. I don't know. I want the heat to work.
There's heat coming off
A
of
little
it.
bit. If I turn around, it's just I'm flipping like a pancake. It's great. Dude, as we're watching, especially during the Rumble, you know what? The worst one was Neville when they're because they followed Neville the whole way out, and he's got a very plodding pace to the ring.
Yeah.
Because that's the character, and they follow him the whole way, and it was like 3 minutes of him just.
And he doesn't have a very long, even though it is plotting, it's not a very long entrance.
The music started over again. It's ridiculous. And it's just the walk from the stage to the ring was long, but it wasn't the longest thing ever.
Right.
But it was the longest we've had in a while. Honestly, I like a long entrance ramp just because going back and watching because we watched a lot of the old Rumbles leading into it. Like the one at Madison Square Garden where it's just like, open the door, yep, shit, I'm in the ring.
Yes.
It's kind of not...
With the taxi cabs.
You can kind of reveal a little bit with the double doors and whatnot, or whatever it was, but I liked the long entrance. But when I got to Rumble time, it was like, all right, you only got 2 minutes. Get down there before the buzzer goes off again. And that's all I was thinking the entire time was the Undertaker's going to come in at number 3, and he's not going to enter until like 27.
They were smart with him.
Very.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Sorry, I get
You're fine.
excited.
It's a nice seed planted for our conversation.
But
later.
yeah, for during the show, I told Matt, hey, can we get it? We need to throw together a little GIF of just people running down to the ring, and I'll be damned if I don't go home and they put chariots of fire and just everybody running down the ramp. And it was even a thing, fantastic camera work on this.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see it live, but people saw it live and showed it. They had some golf carts there for some people, all right? And just to see, well, big, he's on a golf cart. He's taken to the ring. It's like, wow, he got there fast. Big Show's in shit. No, he rode a golf cart down.
He rode a golf cart.
The back of it, though. So I like that, though. I like the little... And they had, for who else wrote it? Mark Henry wrote it.
Yeah.
Bray wrote it, which is cool. You don't want Bray...
Well, again, he's somebody who...
You don't want him jogging to the ring. Yeah.
That's a very slow entrance.
And Big E. And Big E even said
Looks
on
like
Twitter...
he was having fun with it.
He even said on Twitter the next day, is this their way of saying I'm fat? Is that what it is?
Poor
Trying
guy.
to tell me something? Nah. You're great. That's what it is.
He is
You're great. So yeah, we got the card itself starts proper.
So we have the women's championship match opening up.
Yeah.
Charlotte versus Bayley.
Coming into this, we all love Bayley.
Yeah.
Bayley can't win this yet.
No. I mean, this is more about solidifying her into the upper echelon of the women's division.
The fact that she needs to belong here.
Right. She needs to be in the same league as Sasha and Charlotte.
Yeah, because that's the way they've projected it is Charlotte is amazing.
She's the queen, and she can't lose.
That's great positioning for her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can't just play off of Sasha. You got to have somebody else elevated up there to work with her. And everybody loves Bayley, and everybody wants Bayley to do well. But she just hasn't had that time or moment to connect yet. I hate to say that. That sounds rude, like as though she's not doing her job.
Right.
She's out there working her ass off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's fine. You don't want to. I'll show you those gifs later.
Oh, great.
Somebody's just snapped. Stupid Charlotte, it's like scoop slamming Bayley, and it's just hand and butt, and that's for you. That's for your own personal edification. You'll feel weird about it later. It's fine. It's a late show. I'm sorry, everyone. You deserve better than this. But
also, her character needs this. Her character actually needs a loss.
Yeah,
and that seems weird to say, but like
that was the whole build for in NXT with
right.
her. That's why she was great.
She needs to keep coming up short. I could have even seen her getting her ass handed to her.
Yeah.
Here. I'm glad they didn't do that. But like, again, this is really more about planting the seed of she's a threat. She is a contender. She is somebody who belongs in.
She's capable and she belongs.
Right. And so, really, the Royal Rumble isn't a place for a title change anyway. At least not this point in a story.
Nah.
I'm wondering though. It looks like they may be looking at like a 3 or 4-way at Mania.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the rumors is 4 with Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, and Nia.
Bayley, not Becky.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It is late. It is super late. But
don't make excuses for me. I'm an asshole. What do you want from me?
You're a tool.
Hey.
Bring that in from another show. But I'm okay with that. Either way, like this is where Bayley proved that early on she looked like she might have been a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
So there was, I hate calling it sloppy because I don't think that's the right word, but like a little loose. Again, that just seems like a wrong word to use.
No, I think full of energy, and it's just not quite clicking yet. It's
right.
Just not quite settled into the groove. Not in the groove.
Yeah.
Because Charlotte is very just methodical and just. This is what separates a performer like Charlotte from. I hate to say, the NXT girls are not that they're bad, but this is what they need to work on. That Charlotte has like down. Those transition moments.
Mm-hmm.
They all do. From the very top to the very bottom of the card, they all execute maneuvers very well.
Mm-hmm.
They all sell well. They all tell stories well. They all develop the characters well. But it's those little transitional periods when it's like you're getting back up from delivering something that Charlotte puts the stank on it. That she gets up with a wry smile as if to say, yeah, I just hurt you. And I'm going to do some more now. And it's just the smoothness. She's telling a story in every movement she does.
My favorite moment, and you talk about how great she is at telling the story. Like, here's where she actually literally verbalized it. She stands up, and I can't remember the move, but Bayley's down, and she goes, "This is all of you." And she's pointing at Bayley, and she's like pointing out to the crowd, "This is all of you. I'm better than you." I love it.
You're just a fan.
Yeah.
Beat it.
That's amazing. And that's the story. That's Bayley's
connecting.
character.
That's connecting with the crowd.
Right.
And that's helping Bayley connect with the crowd. Literally, she's identifying.
Yeah.
Charlotte is identifying in a negative way and making it work. Beautiful.
And by the end of the match, people are really. I mean, she got a nice pop when she came out.
She always gets a pop when she comes out.
But it was an even bigger one later in the match because now again, like you said, they're connected, and this is what Bayley needs. So I imagine a couple more between them.
Yeah.
1 or 2 more before they start working in the other women. If a 4-way is indeed what they're going for, I imagine a couple more. Charlotte retains, of course. I don't think there was ever a doubt.
Right. But it's getting to that point where it'll get to that point eventually where Bayley has to, I don't want to say step up, but almost like she gets that little bit of a mean streak, lets into it, lays it out there, and really delivers. And it's coming. It's nice that it's finally getting here.
Yeah.
It's like you hated to see her kind of left behind, but you know what? It's all going to be worth it in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Does we go back to poor Matt's he fell asleep, right?
Uh-huh.
We're inside there. He's got a botchamania running. It's like from a year ago, and it's like, wow, here's like 3-way with Becky and Sasha and Charlotte. Poor Bayley is still like nowhere to be found, you know. And just to see this is the culmination now. They've been pulling this along for a year, and we're finally getting to it. They made us wait. You know what? It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be worth it.
And plus, like you think about in the interim, like a legendary feud between Sasha and Charlotte.
Yeah.
So like now that title is up there.
It's got a history.
Yeah. And so tremendous work. Like we're hard on Raw a lot because it's not as good as SmackDown. Like that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
But what they're doing with the women's division, I mean, it's highly focused, and it's really seems to only be involving 3 women.
Right.
But it's huge. Like it feels big.
It's developing out there. They have 3 super strong hitters with Charlotte, Sasha, and Bayley.
Right.
And they're going to bring Nia along. They're going to make her a contender. They're going to define who she is. She hasn't quite fit into that monster role yet.
Right.
But I think she's coming around to it. No matter how they dress her.
That's just always going to be a point in contention.
It's just, I'm not saying you need to do something flattering. I'm just saying, I think you're hurting the character by making her look uncomfortable. It's like if I said, dress me self-consciously. It's like, this is what it would be. Here's cool. It's tight here for no reason. And I don't know. Let's accentuate the parts you should not accentuate. Tim Gunn would be very upset. Tim Gunn. Good wrestling name.
I'm going to pretend like I know who that is.
You should.
I should?
Oh, no, you said you were stuck watching America's Next Top Model.
That's right.
I'm thinking the runway one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. What are we doing?
So,
oh, yeah. Good morning, you. Wait, no. Wrestlepals.
So up next on the card is the Universal Championship.
Oh, good.
Match.
I'm glad you have the order.
And you have Chris Jericho, like a sexy pinata, if you will, up in the shark cage.
You know what? He's pushing that sexy pinata thing, and he had one last little push of it. He put it like an Instagram picture out that morning of, with his just arm over his head, looking perplexed. I don't want to be a sexy pinata is the caption. Well done, masterful use of the media, of the social type.
He's actually one of the best at social media.
It's really good
because he'll play character. Sometimes he'll play like I'm just a guy,
right?
And sometimes he'll play, like I'm a rock star, which is
and oftentimes, and he never like goes out for it. A lot of times he's just a sweet dude, man.
Yeah.
I can't get over enough that GoFundMe for like someone he just kind of peripherally knew back in the day. It's like, no, I'm gonna fund this whole thing. Make sure your family's taken care of. It's like, God, just doing the right thing. He doesn't need to.
This heater ain't working for shit. Like it's working.
I'm gonna just press.
But we're like right against it, and it's like I have to put my hand on it to feel it.
You put your hand for a few minutes. I'll put mine for a few minutes. It'll be great.
So we have Reigns versus Owens. I have to say, like, they did a good job of worrying the crap out of me. I was worried that Reigns was going to win. I really was.
Yeah.
But I wrote an article about it, and I wasn't sure if I was worried because Roman wins, LOL, or if it was just they told a good story and made me believe that he might. I couldn't tell the difference.
It's been this weird feeling that they've neglected because Raw is gummed up with the Brock Lesnar, gummed up with Goldberg, and I feel like you're putting Owens on the back shelf, and I feel like Owens never got the he deserves where he's at.
He never got the coronation.
Yeah, because it feels like an also ran. Oh, Rollins is injured. Oh, Balor's out. Okay, it's your turn, I guess. Can you hold this for a little while for us, please? And like you said, I was worried. It was like, oh man, they're gonna. Oh. But it's been like that with every title defense he's had.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just gonna take it from him, and damn it, he's working too hard for it.
Well, again, like I wasn't sure if it was Reigns wins, LOL, but like as we're watching the match, again, it's a really good match. I expected no less. Reigns is really good, and Owens is great.
Yeah.
There's no way that it comes out bad unless Reigns wins.
Right.
But he didn't. Actually, we had Jericho tossing down the brass knucks. I don't know that I ever felt like he was actually going to win. I
think technically he. Oh no, it was a no DQ. So yeah, you lost. You lost. You done. Beat it. Get out of here, you goof.
You know, it's
spay and neuter your big dogs.
I don't know, man. I feel like it was a good match. I don't feel like it was a great match. I'm
a lot of weirdness.
I'm floundering because like I want to give it its just due, but I feel like there isn't in it. There's nothing to give it.
Well, you know what? This is the one that needed the stipulation, needed the weirdness, needed the gimmicky a little bit. So I went with a no DQ. And I'm sorry, how scared were you with that stack of chairs,
dude?
It never looks good. And
you know that Reigns isn't going to be the one that goes through it, even though Owens set it up.
Yeah,
he did it last year with Ambrose.
Yeah,
the Intercontinental Champion.
He
set up like 3 tables.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. It always comes back to that. That is, for me, is going to be the most oh no setup and spot going over the corner post. Ugh. But it had a nasty spot earlier in the match, whereas the frog splash to the table, Reigns on the table, Owens does a little frog splash to it, and it isn't clean in the middle of the table. It was way near the leg, baby.
Yeah,
and that looked like it was gonna hurt somebody. But and then the chairs going up. It's like, oh man, because it doesn't take much.
He was so happy with himself when he got that little pyramid of chairs up, though.
It's good.
Like he's like, yeah,
well done. This is gonna hurt me.
Oh, and then yes, of course, like somewhere towards the end of the match, he goes through because it's not going to not get used. Oh
man, how? Yeah,
he set it up. It's going to get used, and he's of course going to be the one to go through it.
Good match, and the whole time I'm thinking, how's Jericho going to interfere? How's Jericho? What's going to happen? Because what's the source of effery that's going to happen? Effery. That's.
It's funny that we pick and choose when we're going to curse.
Yeah, what the fuck?
we can curse whenever we want.
Yeah. Okay, fuckery. I was expecting fuckery from Jericho.
Yeah.
He throws down the brass knucks. Okay.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
I love how they have the almost oversized knuckles, but they need to show it off as if to show, hello, Alamo Dome. Look at this. That. I have a weapon of sorts.
Look what I'm going to do.
Yeah. You had a weapon, all right.
You're going to lose, Roman.
Yeah. Oddly enough. Damn. Play the interruption thing.
Huh?
Play the interruption thing. Maybe. So, getting near the end of the match, what happens at the end?
Oh, snap.
What the hell is this? All of a sudden... Very echoey building, and he carries a drum set around with him everywhere he goes.
What's he doing?
What the hell is Braun Strowman doing out here?
The Strowman interruption.
So I swear,
marches on.
There he was, just came out, beat ass, and gone. And you know what? A little bit of like I said, we haven't been able to watch Raw tonight,
right?
But reading through a little bit of the recap stuff, remember. Everything goes somewhere, and everything happens for a reason. As much as I hate that statement when people say it in real life, everything happens for a reason. It's mostly because you're an idiot. That's why it happened. But in wrestling nowadays, they take care enough that everything. Remember when it was they tried to sweet talk Strowman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Chris, Kevin, and Braun.
Right.
And he's like, whatever. But don't let him talk. Like when I've heard Strowman talk on like the one talking shop that he was on, Gallows and Anderson, he's great and he's just a country boy and Maybe reference something about pulling a pork sausage. I don't know.
What?
It sounds great, but when he's trying to talk and be mean, he just sounds kind of weird. And that's when I have my ass literally ripped from my backside and handed back to me. But I remember that talking segment. It's like, oh man, just let him be a badass. I'm on team bro. Okay, cool. It's cool. But yeah, that's coming back. That's coming back to roost. Because there are developments later on tonight. Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I want you excited for Raw when you leave out of here.
Well,
you've been up for you've been out here for 6 hours after the whole day. I want you to go home and watch some wrestling.
Not
Justin.
gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm going to pass out the second I get home.
Yeah, I might not. I might fall asleep in the car. Make sure I start it first so we don't freeze. Okay.
Yes. Actually, I might need your. I mean, I'm usually not here this long, so I might need to jump.
Word.
We'll see what happens. Exciting times in the studio clubhouse.
Hey.
Freezing times in the studio. I think we're going to blow through the top of the hour.
Word up.
Instead of taking the break.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
Big ass segment.
Do you want to take the break?
I'm fine, dude. I can keep babbling. We'll get to this stuff, talk about where stuff's going, and get the hell out. It'll be great.
Strowman interrupts, and Owens retains. Great.
Yeah.
Great. And my
It
immediate
leaves you with the storyline coming out too. It's like, what was Strowman doing here?
My immediate thought is, okay, so now maybe we're getting Roman versus Braun at Mania, and maybe Roman comes out and interrupts the Rumble and takes out Strowman.
Yeah.
That was literally my immediate thought.
That's where we were at that time. Where are they going to take the story tonight?
Yeah, so we'll see. So up next,
Uh-oh.
It's 1 a.m., folks. I apologize.
We didn't have a whole lot on the card.
No,
okay?
we didn't. So that's two down. There's only 3. Oh, the cruisers.
Cruiserweight.
The cruisers, because suddenly
Neville's entrance that lasted forever.
Well,
the
first-
man that gravity is slowly remembering and dragging him to a halt along the entrance.
First of all, I don't mind the fact that they're trying to set something out different for the cruisers with
Right.
the purple ropes and stuff. But can we leave that for 205 Live now?
Yeah, man.
Because I don't need a 20-minute segment in between matches.
Because you gotta set up and you gotta tear down.
Yeah.
If you want to do the turnbuckles, fine. Do the turnbuckles.
Yeah.
We can do those quick. The ropes though, man. It is a very long setup, very long tear down. It sucks all the energy out of the room. Now, granted, it can be a good reset either on one side or the other. But if you're doing setup and tear down,
yeah,
it just makes the Cruiserweight Championship match an island in and of itself.
And what's crazy is again, you just mentioned, it sucked the energy out of the room.
Uh-huh.
The match was fine. I really enjoyed the match.
Match was pretty great.
Yeah, but the room didn't think so.
Nope.
And you got to believe that part of that is because you just removed any momentum you had on the show, and they're doing disservice to that championship and to those two men.
Yeah,
that's not fair to them.
Right.
And
those purple ropes don't add enough.
No,
you don't need that branding. You're on a grand stage at this, even if it's just for the Big Four. You're on a grand stage at this time. You're not at 205 Live. You are at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Act accordingly.
And, again, it's separating them like they don't belong. Well, they do.
It's okay to separate. But then at the same time, if you have a Cruiserweight going to the Rumble at a chance at the heavyweight title,
Which you did, by the way.
Yeah. You're not talking a different division at that point.
Right.
You're talking everybody on the same card. If you want that segregation, you have to stick with it. You can't pick and choose when it's going to be important.
Yeah.
If you're doing so much to distinguish yourself, you can't give it up when it's convenient.
I think you hit the nail on the head with
what?
The purple ropes don't do enough that you need to kill the momentum of your show.
Right.
Especially last night, especially right there at that moment, especially when they did such a great job with this story. I have loved Neville's return. It has been outstanding. It has been intense, and he has been killing it. Almost literally. Yeah.
Coffee because it's late.
And for warmth. It's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B with this. Sorry, folks. We need to stay awake.
I'm not left-handed.
Oh, I am. It's weird how that worked out. Oh, boo. It's already getting cold.
I know, right?
Boo. Oh, well.
Maybe we're just dead. Possible.
It still has caffeine in it, so I'm all right. Again, really great match. I really, really, really enjoyed the match. Great intensity from Neville. Great comebacks from Swan. But
it's a whole different Neville than we had in the past. The Neville in the past was high flyer, crowd pleaser.
He was the Red Arrow.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. Everything was leading up to that.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. And damn, dude, now he's just, I'm going to crush your face, and I love him using the Rings of Saturn, man.
Yes.
Because it's mean and awful. I don't know how to describe it, but he's changed his look in a weird way.
Well, he's got a scraggly beard now.
Oh, God. Man, there's some bad beards in WWE at the minute.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Owens, I think, enjoys having a bad beard, and it's cool.
It's almost on purpose.
Yeah, but Neville's is scary. You know what? Maybe it's for a reason, too. It's scary. I don't like it. Makes me uncomfortable.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've definitely noticed it. First of all, he comes out and has the scowl initially, and then he still enters the ring the same way, and then he runs to that corner like he's about to get up like he used to.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of looks at it angrily.
Like, F you. I'm not here to please you.
Yeah. And that's it's a small touch, but it's a noticeable difference in character, and it makes him look like a mean motherfucker.
And, he's got, again, that difference between good and great of being in control of every moment of it. Face Neville, good. Amazing, in fact. Yeah. Heel Neville, every moment is commanding. Even when he's not doing something, just his presence. He's doing so much more with so much less. And it's great.
And I think, spoilers, he put him in the Rings of Saturn at the end of the match. And here's what I loved. Like, he just has him in the move for a second, and then, like, he just kind of pauses for a second and then ratchets it back even harder, and then goes, "Bring me my crown!" Fantastic. And then seconds later, Swan taps. Beautiful. And again, making him look mean.
And he holds it for a good long time after the bell, too.
Again, making him look mean, like he doesn't care. He just wants what's his.
Right.
And he's going to take it no matter what. And beautiful. Bad guys doing bad things. Gotta love it.
He's going to be the monster of that division, and you can see, this is the thing that they didn't have. I mean, I liked T.J. Perkins. I still like him. Kendrick, good. Is close to what I wanted. Swan, he's amazing. Definitely deserves, but Neville is going to elevate it just by being the final boss of this video game, man.
Right.
And you've got a ton of guys that can feed into him, elevating them and elevating the title.
Right. And that's exactly what you were just touching on. Exactly what the title needs, because it's been cold in everybody's hands, and
they switched it a lot.
It's none of their fault.
Right.
It's just none of them were established. Kendrick
was the closest.
Right. But Neville has been on WWE television recently, and he's come out with a purpose, and his purpose was this and only this.
And you know what? He's got a big deal of he wants this.
Yes.
I deserve this. This is mine. I'm taking it. And that adds value to it. Not that, Perkins didn't look good with it on his shoulder, but when he loses to Kendrick, it's like, okay.
It's almost like he expected it.
And it goes over to Swan. Swan's like, okay, cool. And it's been more about the competition. Now it's about the recognition. And I can't wait to see some of the matchups that are coming here. I mean, I'll probably do a little more with Swan, probably be a rematch at some point. But, man, Gallagher.
Yes.
Mustafa Ali.
Yes.
I guess you can't really do Gulak or Nice if they want to keep with the heel face dynamic. But even T.J. Perkins coming back for that. And being like, he was the first champion against this monster that's holding the title hostage. Fantastic stories to be told.
And again, looking for elevation for a guy like Perkins, because he's going to have to step up his game to be in the ring with Neville.
Well, he can be the not champion as in holder of the belt, but like champion of the cause, because he's got something to go up against. Not the adorable pirate, a monster.
Yeah.
5'8" monster.
And so it's somebody people can cheer for.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Neville's giving them a reason to cheer.
right. So Neville, your new champion, he finally gets his crown at the Royal Rumble of all places.
Right.
And hats off to both men because unfortunately that room was not giving them any love.
And they still performed regardless.
Yep.
Well done.
So 20 minutes after the second half of the Royal Rumble cell.
Let's tear everything down. Oh, we got 2 more matches.
So that brings us to the WWE Championship match, John Cena versus AJ Styles. And I knew going in, this is going to be a great match. They have never not delivered. Like, all of their matches have been great. They have incredible chemistry. The lead into this has been great. I love this John Cena. I love John Cena. I'm John Cena. Recognize.
That was a great little promo thing. That teasing of, hey, I want to be a tweener for a minute.
Yeah.
Beat it. Get out of my way. Which is great. But there's a lot of stank going into this one.
Yeah, dude.
Because we just had Wrestle Kingdom 11. People going nuts. Dave Meltzer saying, hey, it's my scale. It goes up to 6 stars now.
Right.
With Omega versus Okada. And Cena and AJ and a lot of people in WWE made sure to go out of their way to address that match, congratulate the 2 competitors, and one of the most amazing feats of wrestling ever. And damn it if they were going to go out there and try to top it as best they could.
Yeah. And it's not fair on my end. It's not fair to Omega and Okada because I watch WWE regularly, so I had that automatic investment into Cena and Styles. But if you ask me, I'm taking Cena and Styles because of that, because I had that investment.
There's
Again,
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, and I understand I'm not being fair to Omega Okada. But it's not fair to me either that I can't say that's better just because everybody else is.
Don't buy into it, because storyline and investment in the characters is a major thing.
Yeah.
If you're going just straight in-ring action, it's fine, but there's so much more to it than that. There's always been so much more to it than that. I'm sorry, but 2 guys that put on an amazing performance, if you don't care about their character, it doesn't matter.
And look, like, if you want to talk about in-ring action and in-ring stories as well, I don't know. I think I like Cena and Styles better even still, because the whole story going in is Cena felt like he needed to earn his way back.
Right.
Like, he felt like he hadn't been John Cena last year. Like, he felt like, I need to be Super Cena again. I need to prove myself. And I'll be damned if he didn't. Matt said it best last night.
What?
Night before, whenever it was. At the Rumble. Where are we? What time is it?
Who are you?
What are we doing?
Who are you? Who? What did Matt say? Hashtag Wrestle by Matt.
That Cena carried the match. I wouldn't agree with that like 100%, but that was Cena's match.
Yeah.
Cena was amazing. He was outstanding. And clearly, I haven't seen... I stay away from the internet now with this kind of stuff because because like I'm scared to go look.
Sucked you back into it later though, didn't we?
I'm scared to look and see people like shitting all over Cena. Oh, Super Cena. Oh, predictable. And
okay, cool.
That's fine, but he earned it. He was great.
Yeah.
And you cannot say that Styles carried him. At worst, it's 50-50, which is the way a match should be.
Right.
They were both amazing.
2 guys bringing out the best in each other.
They were amazing. And
you know what? This is the thing that people kind of shit on him a little bit about it, but Bully Ray, Bubba Ray Dudley, Bully Ray, whatever you want to call him in this day and age, wherever he happens to be, came out and was saying that this match was better than the Okada Omega match.
Oh.
And you got Meltzer fighting back against him, because
that's what he does.
The land of the internet. Here we fight and bitch about things that we're not directly involved in. But the points that Bubba made were the selling was there both ways, and the action, and this is what made me go, oh God, he's got a good point here. All of the action was in ring. It was all clean. There was no outside gimmicks, props, or anything. This was just straight wrestling, and it was. You go back and you think about it, it's like, no, they didn't need to be outside the ring. They didn't need to, oh, off the railing. Oh, there's a steel. There's the tables. Oh, no, it was just a man versus a man, and telling a simple story as well as anyone possibly could.
And by the way, like, it wasn't like a normal Super Cena thing, 5 moves of doom and it's done.
Huh?
It took a little extra to put Styles away. And that little extra was amazing. AA, and then he rolls over him, picks him up, and hits him with another one.
The lead up to that was part of it. Someone else pointed that out. This was going into the ending sequence. It was a carbon copy of the SummerSlam match,
Right.
where AJ did the forearm off the rope, but instead this time same setup going into it.
Scouted.
Yep.
Learned.
Because that was the whole thing that made AJ the winner each previous time was, oh, you're going for this? I got you.
Yeah.
And he out-wrestled Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a continuation of that longer storyline of Cena going, I know what you're doing. I'm coming over there. I'm grabbing you. AA, roll through. Another one.
Beautiful.
Well done.
It was flawless.
Hmm?
And it was gorgeous.
The micro storytelling and the macro storytelling coming together in a perfect little finish.
And how about this? Like, normally that gets boos.
Uh-huh.
Cena getting that win, that's a huge win. That's number 16. He tied Ric Flair.
Right.
That's
cool picture from afterwards backstage with Ric Flair and Cena holding the title up.
oh yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh, that's adorable. Look at this.
But I mean, that's normally a boo situation for Cena.
Right.
I would say it was more cheers
Yeah.
because it was good storytelling. How can you boo that?
You know what? I blame Total Bellas for this.
Oh,
Because if you watch it, you realize he's a horrible person. And you know what? People like horrible people that admit that they're horrible people. I think that's what it is. Need Reigns to kick a puppy, and he'll be over as hell. It's great. Sorry.
check this out. So
What's up?
two more things before we move on to the next thing.
Oh.
Number one, somebody tweets DDP last night. AJ jobbing because he's an Impact Wrestling
Oh,
golden boy.
Jesus.
DDP's immediate response, that was in no way a job, bro. That was an honor. That was an amazing title match.
Yep.
Agreed. And then somebody else pointed this out. I can't remember who it was, but anybody else in Cena's situation,
Uh-huh.
they suck up that win in the ring by themselves, standing on the corner, lifting up the championship, just
Oh, God.
eating it all in. Nah, man, he gets out and finds the Make-A-Wish kid and puts the belt on his shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, it was planned, but he didn't have to do that.
He elevated not just the he made it more than just his moment. He
Right.
made it a feel good moment. 'Cause it's a lifetime for that kid.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing to be able to have that level of gravitas and use it to just be good. It's like, ah, damn it, dude.
Beautiful. I
Yeah,
love it.
Very, very much so. It's nothing you can say about it. It's like, well, that's the closest you're going to get to a real life superhero, man. It's like, okay, you hate if you want, but you're a bad person if you hate.
Yeah.
You are a bad, not just fan, you're a bad person.
You're a very bad person.
Just respect it. If it ain't your thing, move on. Go cheer for Baron Corbin.
All right. So, John Cena, your 16-time WWE champion.
My God. I'm so glad we didn't have to get another sad Cena package. Just the package, because we had 20 minutes of teardown after the Cruiserweight match.
Right.
It's just all I wanted sad horns. Was he just sitting there? He looks like it's just a dopey caricature of like a kid that fell off his bike.
Right.
But it's the shorts, man. When he's sitting with his legs straight out, it's just, I gotta take off this never give up 'cause
I gave up.
John Cena sad. Oh no!
No
No more sad Cena.
He's sad. Now he's happy. He's the 16-time champion, and
Yeah.
me too, actually.
Yeah.
You know, deserving. It was great.
And you know what? End of an amazing run for AJ.
Yep.
This was the marking of the end of his first year
Mm-hmm.
as a WWE competitor. And dude,
Arguably the hottest first year of all time.
an amazing first year.
And
People want to put like Brock up against that. It's like, no, Brock's a different
Brock is
animal
completely different. AJ doesn't need that.
Yeah.
So that moves us on to the Royal Rumble match, the main event of the evening. Although if you asked Matt, it was going to be the 6-women tag match because it hadn't happened yet.
It was gonna be great. He kept waiting for it. After every match, he's like, no, guys, here it's coming.
We still have the 6-women tag. Nope, we missed it, man. Somehow we missed it. So,
dear Lord.
You hear Enzo and Cass's music hits first.
Ooh.
The number one entrant is Big Cass.
There's a nipple. He can't come down that ramp without his right nipple making an appearance.
That's a nipple, dog.
That's an unfair advantage.
Is it?
It's a handicapped match thingy. It's more. Never mind. I'm stupid. Sorry, just trying to find something.
So I assume at this point that
There we go.
it's going to be a big night for Big Cass because he's the number one entrant, and number two entrant, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, look at this.
That's a nice little square off for the first.
Yeah, because at this point, Jericho only needed 4 minutes and like some change
Mm-hmm.
to be the longest competitor in Royal Rumble history.
And well, spoiler alert, he blows that out of the water.
Dude,
Like I think he lasted 59 minutes,
Mhm.
or he might have actually crossed the hour mark.
he's got to be. If he didn't cross it, he's got to be at least closing in on the 5-hour
Yeah.
Royal Rumble mark. I
Good
mean,
for
he ain't no
him.
Curtis Axel, but come on, man. Who is?
So,
Curtis.
let's see. Number 7 is Strowman, I think, because 8 is Zayn.
Let's see. Well, you know what? We want to talk about a surprise entrant that came in first. As far as I think it was 5 was Gallagher.
Yes, 5 was Gallagher with
Yeah.
the umbrella.
That was the largest. Is he just really small, or is that the largest umbrella I've ever seen?
I think he's really small if you look at him comparatively to
But
the rest of those guys.
He hit Chris Jericho in the dick with it, and then opened it up and then twirled it.
Did you see Jervis Cottonbelly tweeted at Jack?
Man,
He goes, "Why are you hitting so many people below the belt? I'm concerned."
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Well done.
Love that guy.
Don't drop it, man.
Love that guy.
Oh, don't ever get bitter.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Phrasing?
No, it's an
Oh.
umbrella. What are you doing? Why are you making this weird? The umbrella would serve its purpose later as he tried to slow his descent. And it didn't.
Did it?
Didn't work.
He comes in and he has one of the things Punk pointed out. I feel like I may have talked. I don't know if I talked about this on air or not, but Punk pointed out in his podcast with Colt was Rusev came in and said, I'll beat you up in the corner," and Punk's like, "No, man, you got to do something big," and I feel like everybody did that. Everybody who made the debut this year did that really exceptionally well.
You know what? Is really because
This was a great Rumble.
it was great for a different reason than it usually is. My favorite part of Rumbles usually is, and it was weak on this year, surprise entrance.
Yeah.
We don't know who could it be, but because they had 22 people announced, so it was going to be 8 surprises, of which some of them surprises weren't that surprising.
No.
I'm sorry, Apollo Crews. It wasn't that surprising. This is cool. I'm glad he's in there. I'm glad he got to do a little something. And you know what? You got 30 dudes. Not everybody's going to shine. But you had 22 announced, and this is something that it's happened. The brand split has worked effectively, where even though it's technically shallower rosters, everybody is important. Everybody has a place. Everybody's important. And when you got 22 names going in there and every one of them is important, and then of the 8 coming in, most of them are important as well. It's you don't have the room for, hey, here's Bushwhacker Luke.
Yes.
Hey, what's Hacksaw Jim Duggan doing here? He's the winner of the first Rumble back in 1980. Yeah, cool. They didn't have room for that this year. And that made for an amazing match. You didn't have the garbage of just like punchy, 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 punch, kick, punch. No, everybody was doing something and it served a purpose. This is the most well-constructed or pieced together Rumble in that we've seen.
Yeah. The first. So like number.
Good. You have
number 3 was Kalisto.
I.
Here's the important part. This is where I first noticed. Oh my God, this is a really long
dude.
Because they turn the camera to him running in,
full
and I'm like,
speed.
Oh my God, he's still running.
This damn music went on forever. It's like, we can't get the trampoline out there. Just go. Run, little man.
Beautiful.
Little tiny legs. And he's going
hysterical.
Fast as all hell. Still took him a minute and a half to get to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Buzzer nearly rang.
Mojo was out at number 4.
Also running like a goddamn madman because he's a goddamn madman. Good for Mojo. I'm going to go out there and do some things because...
Ryder's hurt.
Chance.
He has to.
Yeah, well, you know what? And that's the beauty of the smaller roster is we're going to find a place for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be doing something.
And again, like he's making himself super personable. Mm-hmm. Like I've always wanted to like Mojo,
but
I've never really had a reason to.
You know what? It just wasn't cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool to like Mojo.
No.
It's still not cool to like Mojo.
No.
But he's giving you some room to work with.
If you watch him on Talking Smack, he's super personable, and they're telling a story, and there's a reason to like him now.
Yeah.
So, if nothing else, I like him, and if I see him lose, I'm not going to like it, and if I see him win, I'm going to be super happy about it.
Yeah. Almost as if you give a damn about him.
Imagine that. Number 5, as we mentioned, was Jack Gallagher.
And his umbrella.
Number 6, Mark Henry had to ride in on the cart, which we didn't see.
This was the first. Okay, look, they did. Like I said, I already said that earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
Fantastic job of not showing the golf carts, pulling them in. And just watching the videos, people have some gifs of Big Show and Mark Henry going in. They're just still like, yeah, but they're on the cart, and it's like, oh.
They did that. I mean, that's not the first time they've done that.
It's well
WrestleMania
done.
1 or 2, I remember Andre riding in and out on a cart.
Yeah.
And Hogan riding in
but
and out
they
on a
had
cart.
those little rings?
Yeah.
Those were great. I almost
Were
wish
they?
they had done something. Yes. I drive mine around the neighborhood all the time. Pick up kids and body slam them. Act like I'm 7'4".
I wish they just didn't have like
I might be close to 500 pounds.
Wish they didn't have like a mile-long ramp.
Okay. It's just the thing, though. Looking at the length of that ramp, it's like, get it. You don't want your big dudes to get blown up before they get in the ring, right?
Yeah.
You want them to be able to get into the ring and do something.
Mm-hmm.
But it just wasn't quite long enough that I think it might have justified it. But I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But it's like if it were like 20 feet short, not 20. If it were like 10 feet shorter,
Yeah.
I'd imagine them saying,
Just go.
"Fucking walk, dude. What are you
Come on.
doing?" Well, damn.
Dun, 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 dun.
The hell is this?
Oh, number 7. He's interrupted the Royal Rumble now.
Justin,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say this. This is going to sound weird.
Okay.
I think he may have been the MVP of the Rumble.
No, I get it.
I think he may have been the best participant in the Rumble.
I totally get it.
Because
Again, by design.
I'm expecting, because they didn't do this spot, and I'm glad they. Oh, hey, I just clicked out. Let's find out. They didn't do the spot of big guy come in, kill everyone, and stand around.
Yeah.
The ring felt packed a lot of the match this time.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. I was more invested in it, thinking, Sammy's not dead. Cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I was worried when Braun came out. I was worried that Brock was going to come out and do that. I was worried that Goldberg, Undertaker. You got a lot of big dudes coming in here. I'm glad they didn't do the full clear. Just what was it when it had like Big Show and Kane clear the ring?
Yeah.
Dude, don't do that again.
What was that? I think that was the year.
It was-
that was the year Roman won. 2014.
It was far too recent. That's when
Yeah.
it was.
2015 rather.
Yeah.
The year Roman won.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. All right. So Braun comes out and, like you said, like he's hanging in there. He's looking good.
He's beating ass, but not killing anybody.
Not killing anybody. Number 8, Sami Zayn.
Mhm.
Happy to see him.
Good. Continuing the little Sammy Braun thingy a little bit.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Number 9, Big Show.
Yeah. Well, shit.
Big Show apparently in for 1 minute and 42 seconds. And
Because this is getting into the MVP of it with Braun. Braun goes head-to-head against Mark Henry. Picks his ass up, tosses him out.
yes.
Goes head-to-head with a Big Show. Picks his ass up, tosses him out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. This
Yeah.
is great. And we didn't have to go through that whole thing of, oh, my God, the
How are
Big
they gonna
Show.
get those
How are they
guys
going to
out?
get the Big Show out?
Yeah.
Braun goddamn Strowman.
Yeah.
Braun!
And he didn't do the thing of I'm gonna just lay waste to all the little guys either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the threats
Yes.
by myself.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
And let's see. Up next, number 10. Or
no.
should I say
You should.
10.
It's better every time.
10. Beautiful.
Yeah, they had to. It's fun. Every once in a while, the fans will want something so hard that they go, all right, here you go.
Yeah.
Ty Dillinger has been not. I don't want to say languishing. That's terrible. He's been the hand in NXT. He's been the not stepping again. That sounds languishing, stepping stone. No. He's been a integral part of NXT as
Right.
far as helping establish the new people and being a solid worker. He was my favorite part of that NXT house show that came through here.
Yeah.
F everyone else. He was my favorite thing, man. And it's not just the entrance. He's so good, so fun, so great, so nice. And then a great entrance.
Yeah.
And then the whole package came together. Yay!
Yeah.
10.
As quote unquote predictable as that was, they didn't have to do that.
Right.
First of all, but I'm glad they did.
Every once in a while.
Every once,
they threw
it's-
that bone. Yeah.
because he doesn't need to win it.
Right.
He doesn't even need to be in it long. It's just he's hot. Play the hot hand for once.
Uh-huh. Even if you don't have him as a permanent call-up,
Yeah.
let him be there for that.
That's all that it needed. And
Yes.
now he's met your TV audience.
Uh-huh.
So when he does come up, oh yeah, I remember that guy 10. That's fun. I like that. Oh, okay. We've got a star.
And you got him and Sami Zayn teaming up against Braun,
Yeah.
and every time he hits something, crowd knows what to do. You've already trained them. You've trained them on a grand stage. If you want to keep using them, it's there and ready to play. The tools are there. You've established.
We're the tools.
Foolish. That's us.
Let's see.
And he didn't get beat the hell up right away. I don't think anybody got beat up the hell up right away.
Well,
Man,
number 11, James Ellsworth. Number 12, Dean Ambrose.
Now Ellsworth.
Love this moment.
Ellsworth being a weasel little. It's funny. We watched leading up the little Guido just hiding on the outside thing.
Uh-huh.
Almost the same spot.
Almost
Dean Ambrose
exactly.
comes down, looks over, like, "What the hell are you doing?"
What are you doing?
And then
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Ellsworth is like, "Yeah, we're buddies again, right? We're gonna team up, and we could do this. We're gonna go take out Strowman." And Dean's like, "Yeah, man, let's do this. Yeah, on the count of 3. 1, 2. Fuck you, man.
go
Get
in."
out." And Ellsworth goes right in and just
15 seconds.
does exactly what Ellsworth should do.
He's in the ring for 15 seconds, rather.
Getting his vengeance against Braun Strowman. Eventually, maybe not today though. Bye.
I do think that, whatever. That's nitpicking, and honestly, I didn't even think about it again until we were talking about it again. So
What?
I'm not worried about it.
What?
Well, like at Survivor Series, he's the reason Strowman got eliminated at Survivor Series.
All right.
I would have been okay if he was part of what got Strowman eliminated.
Yeah.
But I think they did it better.
Yeah, they did it much better. Oh, I was so happy.
because number 13 is Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin,
And
the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at last year's WrestleMania.
You know, like, just in talking about this, like, all the guys, like, Strowman and Corbin specifically,
Yeah.
this is important for them.
Yes.
They don't have to win, but they have to look good in it.
You got a show.
And I feel like this is what they did wrong with Roman in 2014, his first one,
Yeah.
where, like, he eliminated 11 people, 12 people, whatever. He broke the record. Like, that's Roman. This is the guy you want to cheer. This is the guy you want to cheer. I feel like they did it more subtly with these two
and
did it right.
You wanted it, yeah, because with that Roman one, it was like, this is here. This is a story. The story is this guy, this guy, and that's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that as much this year.
Right.
We had everybody's important. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got motivations. Everybody's got somewhere they're going after this. Everybody's got something that brought them to here, and it was all acknowledged throughout it. What brought Ty Dillinger? The silly 10 gimmick.
Yeah.
You know what? He's gonna make a show of it.
Mm-hmm.
What brought Sami Zayn here? The feud with Braun is where he's going in this match right here. This is what happened before, and it's going to continue here. How did Corbin get in here? He's got something to prove, man, and he's proved that he's done well in this type of match before. But now it's on a bigger scale. And was the elimination sooner after her?
I imagine.
Okay,
See, Strowman. Let's see. Where is he? Number 7. He was only in the match for 13 minutes.
Because you had at this point, Strowman has taken out some of the biggest threats.
Mm-hmm.
You've had Zayn and Dillinger working on him, and also Ambrose gets in there and works on him too. And everybody's working against Strowman, but Baron Corbin makes the elimination of Braun Strowman,
Right.
and in doing so elevates Corbin. Corbin is a legitimate big man threat.
Yep.
And that puts him at a level above where he's been. I feel like could be like around the big cast type level. Now I feel like they're establishing him as a dominant big man with a personality and a chip on his shoulder, and it's great. I have so much hope for where Corbin goes after this.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
very excited, and I want to see what they do.
Looks like we may have to pick it up here a little bit.
I'm sorry, babe. Let's go.
Kofi Kingston is in next. He does the thing, but the thing isn't as great as usual.
It's not as great as usual.
But it ain't.
He did a thing.
Maybe
Cool.
maybe the thing is kind of done. He's getting up there.
No, he's got another thing left in him. But, yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. Because it was awkward, him getting up on that ring post.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what are you doing? Why? What the hell are you doing? I got to do a thing. Okay, cool.
All right. I
do
buy
your
it.
thing.
And I mean, it was fine. I was like, oh, man, cool.
It's something that only he can do.
Yeah.
Great.
Fine. The Miz in next.
Awesome.
Sheamus. I'll just blast through the order, and then, like, if there's something that sticks out about them. Big E in at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Rusev in at 18.
I love Rusev. That's what's important.
Cesaro in at 19.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, and you got Cesaro and Sheamus coming off of this loss earlier in the night.
Right. Yep.
Good. Okay, sorry, go.
Xavier in at 20. Xavier Woods.
Now, at this point, you have the entire New Day.
Yep.
Well done.
And you actually have Sheamus and Cesaro in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, they eliminate all three members of the New Day at the same time.
Great. Finishing off that storyline of, hey, they're the ones that took the titles, and they all eliminate each other. Well done. And it's a good way to get a lot of meat out of that ring.
Yeah.
With purpose.
Yep. And then Sheamus and Cesaro get eliminated by, looks like, Chris Jericho. I don't remember the moment.
It was a little bit of
it was right after
Cesaro, Sheamus going like, "I'm gonna throw you out, Cesaro. Bye bye."
Oh yeah,
and don't forget Cesaro's entrance. He comes in. They say do big. Punk says come in and do big stuff, right?
Yeah.
He came in, swung everybody.
Yeah, well, except for Biggie.
Well, he got dizzy, and then he sold the dizzy, which is good. If you can't do it, then it's like, oh shit, I'm Swiss.
And then I'll do another one.
Oh, one more. I got one more. Come on. Well done.
Number 21, Bray Wyatt. Great showing by Bray Wyatt.
Also on golf cart.
Well, again, like
he can't run down to the ring. You can't let him run.
Can't
down to the
do
ring.
that.
It looked awkward earlier when they had Baron Corbin run down to the ring.
Yes.
Like, oh, I was like, how many spotlights they got in this place? Because they gonna need them all.
Number 22 is your next quote unquote surprise entrant, Apollo Crews.
It's just running. Still running to Some people say, to this day, he's still running.
Some people say.
He ran all the way from Stone Mountain, Georgia, Justin.
Did you say Georgia?
Terrible segue. Okay, come on, man.
It's like he was after some Georgia Gold chicken.
We get it. It's sponsored by goddamn KFC. Golden mustard barbecue honey chicken crispy thingy, whatever the hell it was. I tried not to pay attention because I was trying to work on a bit of the top right corner of the screen. What show was this again? Oh, it's the Royal Rumble. That would have been a better way to play it. Damn it. Here I am a day later thinking of the bit. Great.
You know what? It was effective, though, because today Matt goes out and buys Georgia Gold
chicken.
And it was fine.
Every time they go to sell food, we end up eating that food.
But, I mean,
terrible.
It was on every replay.
A lot of them.
And they were any excuse to go to the replay.
Yep.
Any excuse to go to the replay.
Oh, man, that's beside the point. I might have to pull that screen.
Yes. Number 23, Randy Orton. Talk about him a little bit in a minute. 24, Dolph Ziggler. 25, Luke Harper.
Love Luke Harper. Luke Harper has a chip on his shoulder after SmackDown.
Yeah.
He got the loss to Orton. He took a Sister Abigail, seemingly on the outs with the Wyatt family. What does he do? Comes in.
Big monster clothesline.
That discus clothesline was great. You know what? Because you punished yourself with TNA for a long time. You saw Moose do that slow-ass discus clothesline.
Yeah.
Luke Harper's doing it right.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like there's some stank on it. It's great.
And then he sets up Bray for Sister Abigail.
So good. But then he, slow tongue kisses his...
But you know what's great? Coming off of that? Randy Orton right there for the save.
Yep.
We got to keep that storyline intact.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It looks like collision course of Wyatt family triple threat maybe at Mania.
I love Luke Harper.
Considering what happens later, that could be huge for Harper.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's another dude that really deserves it, man.
Love that guy. I love him just as much as you, I think, because it's an interesting character. It's a great power wrestler, and when's the last time he didn't deliver?
Power wrestler, but he had a nice little run there in Chikara because he knows how to work that smaller man, faster paced style, and he fits in with it well. He moves so good. Same as like a Cesaro does.
He's smooth.
Yeah.
Let's see, 24 Ziggler, 25 Luke Harper, 26 Brock Lesnar, and
and look at him. Good for him not using the golf cart.
Yeah.
Heyman should have used the golf cart. Because he was trying to strut.
He's like, yeah.
And he just kept falling further and further behind.
Oh, no.
I'm going to step back.
Okay.
Step back.
All right.
Lana was smart. Just came to the curtain. Good night, everybody.
Pudria. I feel like Rusev did some Pudria and some Machka.
Sounds delicious. Covering up that broke-ass nose. He's pulling a Cody Rhodes. He's going to have a mustache next. It's going to be great.
I thought for sure Lesnar was going to come in and clear house. Nah.
Again, I was worried about the clear house. And everybody's going to get a beating. Everyone's going to get a suplex. Lays everybody out. Doesn't eliminate.
Lesnar has 3 eliminations to his name. Ziggler's one of them. He gets 2 people out relatively fast. Let's see. Ziggler. Who's the other one? Must have been somebody earlier. I don't know. I don't see.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. Enzo Amore comes in and gets tossed pretty much immediately.
Surprise
by
entrant because that wasn't announced. But
yeah.
He came out and did the little comedy spot, which is what it was there for.
Goldberg comes out next and does pretty much exactly what you expect. Tosses out Lesnar.
Yep. Same kind of SummerSlam spot, man. Or Survivor Series spot. The dodge something spear. Get the hell out of my face.
I mean, looks like they're on a collision course for another match. I kind of hope it's Mania because I don't want that to be the championship.
Right.
But we'll see. Let's see. Where are we? Goldberg, Undertaker next.
Oh, boy. Thought for sure he'd be walking down that ramp forever. You know what? Now's a good time for the Lights out.
Lights out.
Oh, here I am. Hello.
Right in the ring. Smart.
I hope he had been under that ring since like 2 that afternoon, just pissing in a bottle.
Let me out, man.
He's got like 4 sandwiches. And it's just like, It's just like he's listening to the ring. Oh, sounds like Sasha and Nia up there. I'm going back to sleep.
Wait, this says Undertaker had 4 eliminations, but I'm only seeing 1. Oh, wait, no. Okay. He got rid of, Corbin, Miz, Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg on out. And
Zayn.
so we're here at, I was so sad. This is Sami Zayn working a good long match.
47 minutes.
I wish he was in there earlier, and I wish he stayed for the whole damn thing. Man.
What are you going to do? Yeah, it's still a good showing for him.
Yeah.
47 minutes.
Absolutely. Workhorse, man.
So Undertaker was number 29.
Uh-huh.
And there's lots of rumors of who this last person could be.
Oh,
Could it be Samoa
man.
Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura?
Oh, my God. That'd be great.
Finn Balor returning.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Man, literally any music could hit. I wouldn't even be surprised if I'm a real... I would not be... Because there's a lot of old bastards in there.
How about bump, 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 Kurt Angle?
You suck.
Yeah.
It would
How
have
about
been
a little
amazing.
bit of that? I would have taken that.
Burn out, burn out, burn out, burn, burn, burn out, burn out.
Oh.
That has been... I almost think it was worth it just for people putting up the reaction videos.
Mm-hmm.
There was one I made sure to share into the group, which was my favorite. Someone taping their 9-year-old son, watching and reacting to... Because the buzzer went off, and there was a good 1.5 second delay before... Burner, burner, fuck you, burner. And this 9-year-old kid goes...
Yeah.
I wanted it to be Finn.
And you
I know, kid. I know.
if he's
The wrong Samoan Joe came out. That was a very popular little thingy.
and the 9-year-old, that's a kid, man. So like it's understandable. I wanted
Uh-huh.
Finn.
I want a doink. We don't get what we want, kid.
If you're a grown up saying I wanted Finn Balor, fuck you. Grow up. He's probably still injured.
Yes.
He's probably not
He's-
cleared.
he's-
Assholes.
Let him heal.
Fuck
He'll be
off.
fine. Damn, dude.
Now, granted, well, yeah, like I wanted Finn too, but you don't see me bitching about it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
Um,
again, I was my win was taken out of the sales. I did want anyone but Roman.
Thought it was going to be Samoa Joe. Really did. Because Roman had a great showing earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Great place to be.
Well, my thought was I didn't see it coming because he had a match. I didn't.
Yeah.
Why are they putting him in here?
right.
They never do that. They never put whoever had the championship match in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like I would have hoped that a couple years ago in 2013 they would have done that. Punk loses to Rock, but then they put him in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But no, that was the one year the Rumble wasn't the main event.
Right.
So yeah, they completely deflate the room, but it's for a reason. So it's okay. There's lots of ways this could have gone, and although this isn't the optimal, I'm still kind of excited because it can still lead to that Wyatt triple threat that I was talking about, and that Wyatt triple threat could now be a championship match because Randy Orton ends up winning.
Yeah. And this is after Roman eliminates The Undertaker.
Right?
And The Undertaker sits up ringside and like
He's like, "Are you kidding?
confused grandfather.
Really? Did you just do that?"
And Roman's just giving him stank eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yay. Guy.
Dude, stuff.
Cool, man.
Great.
When he's an asshole, he's the best.
Roman Reigns eliminates Bray Wyatt.
God damn it. All right.
That was my next. Like, I'm like, oh, well, maybe Bray's winning. Bray's a Final Four.
Bray has been so due. So due. Sudoku. I'm getting the lyrics. Sorry.
Eliminated.
Uh-huh.
Man. So, I didn't see Randy Orton coming at all.
No, man.
But I have to say it's smart because at that point it's, well, at least Roman didn't win.
And you know what? He's been down a little bit, kind of backburnerish, but still developing where this character is going to go. He hasn't been this fresh in a long time.
Yeah.
and it feels like he's really into it. Like a lot of his, oh god, and just that Zayn coming off the top rope and the RKO coming on down on that, and then Roman going for a spear and getting an RKO, so smooth, so good. And he did that fast ass power slam, and Matt jumped up and screamed like a girl.
He did.
Oh, it was awesome. And you know what? It's a good time. Good time to bring Randy back up, man.
So, again, like, how do they get there, John? The ultimate, the immediate
and the
thought.
internet started smelting quickly.
Right, and the immediate thought, and I went to it too, is because now John Cena's your champion. He's the champion, and it's like, oof, Cena and Orton.
Cena Orton. Damn, that's a good one.
Oof. And Matt's like, I'm excited. And I'm like, I get it, man, but you weren't there through that.
It's a long time. The only thing that bothered me, the only sequence of matches that ever bothered me more, also Orton and stupid Christian.
Oh, really?
I love Christian, but the one more match thing got to me. But it got to me in a way like, ooh, I hate this. I gotta keep watching. Never mind. Wrestlepal Chris will smack me in the mouth. Sorry. It wasn't him. I like him. It's just I don't. Okay. Sorry.
So,
but yeah, everybody whine and cry. The same people that would have bitched if Roman won.
Yeah.
Or would have bitched that a part-timer won.
Yeah.
Started immediately bitching that, oh, it's Orton Cena. Well, no, you got Elimination Chamber coming up.
Yeah.
And they're going to do something interesting for WrestleMania. They're not going to give you something and not have it be cool as shit going into it.
And you said yourself, Orton feels fresh.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work to make Orton feel fresh again, and they did it.
Where they are storyline-wise, I mean, I get it, like, he's the Royal Rumble winner and Cena's the champion.
Uh-huh.
But it can't be that linear. Not with SmackDown.
Nope.
I don't see it. I don't see it that linear. I don't see them just suddenly dropping the Wyatt storyline.
Uh-huh.
That's going to continue. You have big story to tell between those three now.
Yeah.
And it's even bigger because now Randy Orton has the main event of WrestleMania.
And you got Elimination Chamber coming up, which could change everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this marks 2 major pay-per-views where Orton's standing tall, man.
Yeah.
Survivor Series, it was Orton and Bray at the end of it. Orton proving his allegiance to Bray. And then you've got here Orton carrying the Wyatt banner and forcing out the prodigal son of Luke Harper out of the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Fantastic to see where they're going with this. I didn't have faith with it at first. At first, I was like, "Oh, what are they doing with Bray? They're messing this up." No. This could, and fantastic job of hiding Randy's motivations. Is he trying to tear the Wyatt family apart? Is he
it real?
in it for real?
Yeah.
Well done.
And could we see?
I gotta cut that face out for a graphic.
Yes. Could we see Bray Wyatt finally winning a championship at Chamber?
You know what? Hope so.
Because then it's Wyatt and Orton at Mania, and then you have Harper there. Like, imagine a triple threat, Luke Harper in the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania.
God.
Deserves it, for sure.
As much as we were clamoring for Shield triple threat for so long,
Yeah.
Wyatt triple threat could be the successor to that. Didn't even know I wanted it.
Didn't know you wanted it, and now you know. We're coming up to the end of the show here.
God damn, man. Yeah.
Did you ever get it? Did you watch TakeOver? We're gonna have to kind of blast through it.
Hit it.
All right. So Eric Young versus Ty Dillinger.
Eric Young looking great. Hot damn, I love that they go this direction with him. Loving Sanity. Sanity can be the spiritual successor to the Wyatt family.
That cat, Damo,
Uh-huh.
whatever his NXT name is, officially in, and Sanity definitely making their presence known.
Well done.
Yeah.
Established out of nowhere. And, Eric Young, great guy to carry that. He can do whatever you want him to do.
Yeah, and then, you know what? It makes Dillinger look great because it takes 3 to beat him. Beautiful. Dig it. Looks like they're prepping Roddy Strong to be the next babyface of NXT. Totally.
And so he was up against Almas, right?
Right.
You liking what they do in the Almas? is way better than he was when he was just stripper boy.
yes. Well, I mean, again, it gives
he's
him
an
purpose,
a-hole.
gives him reason.
Beautiful.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Up next, the tag team championship match. Authors of Pain defeat DIY and win the championship. Yeah,
One of two things happens out of this. You get a little bit of trade back and forth, or this leads to the. Oh man, it's almost predictable. They're gonna get the Gargano versus Ciampa, but they'll do whatever they do. They'll do it right.
I don't know. I almost see it as they get their return match, they lose the return match, and then move on.
Yeah, could be.
With
And the people loving Authors of Pain just yelling in random scary foreign languages.
Yes.
What was that? I don't know. I'm scared.
I think we're getting a lengthy reign here from Authors of Pain because
Modeled after the old Ascension run.
yeah,
Ascension were amazing.
Shane Thorne injured for 9 months,
Yeah,
possibly.
man.
Uh,
Long time.
So, and they're the only other established tag team right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the Revival, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they're. It's been a while. Let's see. So they're.
Speaking of which, where the hell are American Alpha?
I'm sure we'll see.
They
them.
were lumberjacks. That's it.
We'll have to see. We have to see them on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and maybe on Tuesday we see the Revival.
Maybe.
We'll find out tonight.
Damn.
Fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship.
Uh-huh.
Asuka defeated Billie Kay, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce. And I saw this one going on.
So Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, one of them just couldn't submit to the other.
That's funny
give
you
up.
said that. I honestly, I'm like, why, or at least why didn't they do a pinfall that gets broken up by one of the other women?
It's fine.
Just to tease that, like that. Oh no, that could happen. To remind people, I saw people saying it's stupid that they didn't do that. You're being too critical.
Yes. Suspense of disbelief, idiots.
Yeah. Spot of the match, I think, may have been the table spot. You don't expect to see that from the women. And you have Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay over at the announce table, and a massive suplex into the table. Nikki Cross just completely laid out.
Yeah.
And then they go back in the ring to get beat up by Asuka, because Asuka's going to kill you. She's going to kill you.
Smiling the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the scariest tiger thong I've ever seen. Scared
And
now.
Asuka does kill them.
Uh-huh.
Asuka ends up winning. She retains.
Thought for sure that was going to be the tool to get it off of her.
Looks like they're setting something else up, because I don't know if you noticed this on the way out.
Huh?
As she's walking out, she's holding the title high.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross starts coming to, and she kind of smiles. And Asuka kind of gives her some stink. I think that's where they're going next.
Y'all too good crazy.
It's going to be some crazy.
You good's
between
crazy.
them. I'm looking forward to that, because that might be the only thing that can beat her. Somebody's got to equal her crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It ends up leading to an NXT hardcore women's match.
Maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
It fits. The fact that it fits is crazy.
Yeah.
Having steel cage women's matches on SmackDown. You're having Hell in a Cell at a pay-per-view. It's a whole new world. A lot of coffee tonight, baby. Yeah, I'm calling you baby. Dusty's coming out.
Because it's 2 the fucking a.m.
All right, continue.
Main event of the evening, NXT Championship match, Bobby Roode versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Shinsuke taking an ass whipping.
Yeah,
well
dude.
done. He sells so good, you think he's really hurt.
Dude, like the knee.
Making it look like he tore an ACL. That's an ACL tear. I know what that looks like. No.
Love him hitting the Kinshasa and not being able to capitalize because he's got to sell the knee.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And that's why he loses.
Yep.
Because he can't capitalize on
Or
Kinshasa.
that earlier little sequence where Rude just stays down. He's waiting to hit the Kinshasa, and it's just like, come on!
Come on, get up!
Get up, you dick!
Nope.
Nope. Well done.
And Bobby Roode is your new NXT champion.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
They protected him pretty well. I mean, again, it's NXT is always predictable.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. Ever.
It's what it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be your basics of storytelling so that these guys can learn how to storytell in this environment.
Yeah.
And it serves that purpose. And you know what? Good, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You think Shinsuke is moving on up?
That's what they teased with us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he could be we could see him at the Rumble. Oh, how good would that entrance be? I tune in. Am I disappointed? Maybe. And then they'll make me happy the next night. It's crazy.
All right, so we've got 2 more things on NXT before we get on out of here.
What's up?
So number 1, Corey Graves is no longer going to be commentating on NXT.
Yeah, coming up main roster. But, oh, man, who's going to replace Corey Graves?
Nigel McGuinness.
You loved him on the UK tournament.
You know what's funny?
What?
Is when we
He
were
fits
talking.
good, man.
It's a great fit because we were talking about it. Like Michael Cole has to be Yelly guy, and we were like, it was a weird. And I think we may have even said, how about him with Tom Phillips?
Mm-hmm.
And looky here. Look what we got. Tom Phillips and Nigel McGuinness.
Good stuff.
It's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Even the new cat, he's not too bad. Percy Watson.
All right.
I mean, he's going to be a third guy.
Yeah.
He's already better than Otunga.
Shh. Wherever you are, shut up, Otunga.
He's at worst Byron Saxton, but I think he's already better than Byron Saxton too.
I got a weird soft spot for Saxton.
Well, it's because he's a lovable idiot.
He's enjoying being stupid.
Yeah.
Well done.
And it plays well. It's not like JBL being all super mean to him. It bounces off of Graves being, just shut up, Saxton.
I can't deal with you.
Yeah.
Oh, you frustrate me.
I dig it. And this is more about Raw than NXT. I noticed Samoa Joe hadn't been on NXT for a little while.
Yeah,
What the hell's he
man.
doing?
Beating that ass.
Beating
Under
that
the
ass.
watchful eye of Triple H.
Ooh. Which ass is he beating?
Seth Rollins.
Oh!
Oh, we've been like, oh, Seth's just sitting back here calling out Triple H. Oh, he made an appearance at the Takeover thing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Starting to heat this up. Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, Samoa Joe gonna come in and beat that ass.
Beautiful.
Keep you busy. You might be able to get through him into Triple H come WrestleMania time, but in the meantime, Samoa Joe's got a program, and so does Seth. Well
I
done.
dig it. I mean, we didn't get him at the Rumble, but you know what? This is equal.
The wrong Samoan Joe came out, and over third, any music could have hit, dude.
Any music could have hit.
Like that shitty Santino Marella music could have hit, and I'd be like, oh, well, that's cool. You know what I wanted? Booyaka, booyaka, redemption.
Let me ask
He
you
got
this.
his ass booed.
Let me ask you this though. Like we
What
don't.
I'm sorry.
If we don't get Roman at 30,
Uh-huh.
are we shitting on Orton winning? I personally don't
No.
think I would have.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's hard to say. Like, of all the, I think Goldberg winning would have been the only one I would have shit on.
Uh-huh.
Even though, like, I understand it
Goldberg,
business-wise.
honestly, Goldberg, Undertaker, I would have not liked either. But if that would have been, leading towards Undertaker Cena at WrestleMania, I could see it. The Rumble's a match that I hate to say part-timer, but part-timer can win and go away until WrestleMania and just let that build-up happen before then.
Mm-hmm.
You can back burner it for a little bit, but Orton doesn't have to back burner it.
Nope. He's active.
Yeah.
He's active. So, and it's his second win. So,
Also, Roman Reigns been in the Final Four every time he's been in the Royal Rumble.
God.
Also, every time he's been eliminated by a member of Evolution. So look for Ric Flair eliminating Roman Reigns next year. It's gonna be great.
I like it.
Woo. Whoa, hey. Yep. I don't want none, man. Hey, we're hashtag. I'll get you out of here, man.
Chicken?
Let's go. That's what I'm burping up. We ate that goddamn chicken earlier. I'm like, man, I
So
think I'm
long
dying
ago.
inside.
So long ago.
We're hashtag Wrestlepals, hashtag Wrestlepal Justin. You need to get a hold of him at the Hulkster on Twitter. I'm hashtag Wrestlepal Nate. You need to get a hold of me at the Nate Project. Hashtag Wrestlepal Matt. God rest your soul. Say a Catholic prayer for him. I don't know where he's at. He's sleeping. Lucky son of a bitch.
That'll be me in 30. Oh, fuck. It's going to be like an hour.
Oh, they're going to close down 17. You're never getting home.
Shit.
Dig us, dig what we're doing. I question your judgment. But if you want to support this horrible addiction, patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. And, yeah, man, dig it. Sorry, man, you're going to get short sell tonight? Because We go home.
We cold and tired.
This ain't working. Goddamn hashtag Wrestlepals.
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.